Hey everyone! The best AI video generation tool has finally launched. I'm talking about Sora from Openai, the creators of ChatGPT. We've been waiting for this tool for over a year, and finally, after the elections in the United States, they promised and they delivered today. I'm going to analyze the first YouTube video released by who? By the biggest tech YouTuber in the world, which is Marques Brownlee. I've got his video here, and we're going to analyze it step by step. I've been using the best AI tools on the market like Runway, Minimax, Pika Labs, and Kling AI, which have been out for at least 6 months. I'm also going to share my opinion. I have channels like AI Cinema with millions of views. Look at these videos. And I use this video generation technology, so I have the authority to talk about it. And obviously, we're going to discuss Marques Brownlee's video because this guy, when he speaks negatively about a technology, it's game over for that tech. He has that influencer power. The question is, did he like Sora? Is he going to ruin Sora's reputation? Before we start, you already know, comment down below if you're using any AI video generation tools because I want to know. And just a reminder, I'm traveling right now. I'm not in my studio, but YouTube doesn't take a break. It's video every day, non-stop, and you guys deserve for me to keep making videos out of respect for you, all right? No more messing around. Let's get to the video. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, let's play a quick game. This video
is built or generated by AI. Take your time. Feel free to take as long as you need. So, it's a real video, and it's from a YouTube channel. And what about this video, real or AI generated?
So, is it real or AI generated? I think it's AI generated. Let's see.
All right, it's AI generated. There aren't many clues, unless you've memorized the geographical landscape around Mount Fuji and looked for inconsistencies. But what about this one? And yes.
Tough, huh? Tough. Sometimes the eye is kind of, twitching. These things you have to watch out for with the eye and the hand. But it looks pretty real, but I'm going to guess AI too.
You got it right. This one is also AI generated. And what about this one here? Pay close attention. Do you notice? Right? Okay, that one was real. The fact that you thought about it. So, last week, had full access to the latest and most advanced version of Sora, which is Openai's AI video generation tool. And the results I got from it are the
repulsive, inspiring at the same time. Today I'm talking about repulsive, huh? I say inspiring, but I say repulsive? Huh. Let's go.
When I looked at this 9 months ago, it was a very private tool that had just been revealed. They were subscribing.
What happened, guys? That was even controversial, right? They released it to a bunch of people, to artists, to Hollywood directors who are even crying in the shower with this tool, right? Because a lot of people go out on the streets, right? But anyway, few people received this AI. And recently some artists released it online. I even made a video here because they felt used. Damn, if you get a tool and even agree on a payment, whether it's little or a lot, it doesn't matter. But the thing is, you got the tool first. It's obvious they're going to ask for feedback to train the tool, right? Then release it to the market and charge a subscription, which we'll talk about later. Now, the thing is, they released it to everyone on GitHub. A lot of people had access and many really good videos leaked that I even made a video about on the channel. So check it out after you finish this video, but let's go.
Just starting to show its capabilities, and then we were looking at people's prompts. Actually, it was basically the prompts carefully selected by OpenAI for what they wanted to show us. And we could really say it's not that much pressure.
For now, how is Sora going to start? As a video generator, so you're going to write something like, oh, I want a cat in a spacesuit walking on the moon, for example, right? And then it will generate that. It still won't have features like, for example, taking an image and animating it, or taking a reference video and putting in another video or extending a video, which are tools that already exist in other AIs like Runway, Kling, and Minimax.
You can just type whatever you want. But I didn't take that responsibility lightly. Basically, in the last few days, I've been trying every possible way to ask Sora to do things for me. Did I ask for photorealistic things? Did I ask for cartoon things? I asked for objects. People.
Wow, just look at that amazing sight, my God.
Go ahead and comment, everyone, if you have any thoughts or opinions.
Here they're saying that for now there will be some control, some restrictions, right? Like putting in kids, putting in weapons, putting in famous characters because of copyright issues, but the bear can smoke, right?
Everything you can imagine, and I feel like I'm leaving with a good sense of what it's good at and what it's not, and what it could really be used for today. But this is a powerful tool, It's about to be in the hands of millions of people to be used today, but this is a powerful tool. This is about to be in the hands of millions of people.
That's the problem, right? Because humans are very creative, but in a way, they're often more creatively inclined towards bad things, right? He's creative, and 10 times more creative when it comes to pulling off scams or bad things, which is why they even released it after the US elections.
So, consider this the first assessment. The API will still select some of the best results to show what it can do, and if you click the favorite button on any of them, they'll show up in your Save tab. And what I like about this again is that anyone... look how cool! Look how cool!
If you look down here, it already has the prompt, description, and there are some features that we're going to talk about during this video. In fact, if you look here, I already have it unlocked. Look, this is the page you go to, which is openai.com. Sora. You just type it into Google and you'll find it. And here is my account. I have a paid account. Here's Rodrigo and everything. So, look, these are all the community videos, and it keeps generating more and more. Later, we'll analyze it, check the feed, and see what people are creating, all right? But let's get back to the video here. Let's see what it can do. And if you click the favorite button on any of them, they'll show up in your Save tab. And what I like about this is that it's really cool because you can get inspired and change something, or you can even do a remix, which is like using this as a base to create your own. This feature is interesting.
And I'll get back to that in a second. So below that, you have your library with all the videos I generated from the Sora prompts, anything I marked as a favorite from my own creations, and then the uploads, which are all the files I sent to Sora for it to make videos from. Another thing, just one more fight I'll mention in a second. But then, lastly, you have your folders. So you can organize the things you created into different folders, maybe for different projects or themes, or just to keep everything a bit organized. It's tool.
This is really interesting because my experience with other tools is that you have a place for your creations, but separating them into folders like this is very interesting.
No, and this feature of being able to see what other people are typing and the results they create from those prompts serves both for inspiration and for education, because it's really interesting to read how some of these prompts are simple or detailed, and then look at what Sora generated and what creative liberties it took to add on its own.
Look at that. You saw the colorful style there, kind of an agrarian landscape, let's say, from the countryside. And here we're already seeing a black and white style that looks like those classic tokusatsu films, those Japanese movies with giant monsters. Very interesting.
And so, if you really like someone else's results, but want to tweak them a bit for your own use, there's a remix feature. So, click that button, and then you can describe the specific changes you want it to make to that video, so it generates a new one. So, for this one, for example, I like this scene. The color is the color, and color is the... And so, if you really like someone else's results but want to tweak them a bit, you can...
Here we can already see there's the remix option, and it has the resolution set to 480, but you can go up to 1080. And here's the speed setting. We'll check that out a bit later too.
That's pretty cool, but I kind of want there to be a golf course on those cliffs in the background, right?
Look how cool. So, you can already see that you can do both in 16:9, which is the YouTube style, and also 9:16, which is the style for Instagram stories, YouTube shorts, and TikTok videos. And what did he say? He said he wanted a golf course here. And what can you do? You can, instead of generating completely new video, use the same house, the same environment here, but just add a golf course. How interesting.
So I type this, and I can also change the resolution. As you can see, it will take longer for higher resolutions. And you can also specify it yourself.
So you saw there, you can change to 720, 780, and the higher the resolution, the longer the generation will take. That's really interesting. And what you can also do is the remix level. If you want a small change to the original video, or a medium change, or a big change. I've never seen this before either.
You can decide exactly how much remix you want, whether it's a light or strong remix. So, there's the light or strong remix, which basically determines the remix level, light or strong, how much he's willing to change the original results. And then you can even adjust that on a slider from 1 to 8 if you want. I think adding a golf course would be cool, but I want to keep those cliffs in the house, so it's a light change, right? Sometimes that happens. It can actually look really cool.
Wow, look at this amazing thing here. He set it to high resolution. It's a drone filming The bridge is that Golden Gate Bridge, and it's on a clear morning. Wow, that's amazing. The city in the background, the sea, look, the light hitting the water. Impressive.
The same thing happens with fire. Sometimes it looks really realistic, even if the smoke doesn't. But yes, physics in general is definitely a weakness. So if you know that you can play around more with stop motion or the cartoon style, and those irregularities in the movements or in the physics become much easier to accept because it feels more like a stylistic choice.
So what is he talking about? He's saying that for now, the physics isn't good. And since you might be looking for realism in my movie trailers on my channel, it aims for realism, right? So when we're going to add something like fire, an explosion, person running, those kinds of things, we have to worry about the physics. Now, if for now the physics isn't good, but you're using it for more of an animation style, then you can forgive it because animation doesn't exist. So there might be some appeals, some disrespect for physics.
But I'll get to the things he really does well in a second. But there's another feature you might have seen on the internet, a bit with some other tools like this, that takes a source image and can turn it into a Neo video with a command. So people have been bringing memes to life and imagining what would happen right after some iconic image just by typing it into the AI video generator and asking Sora what it would look like. And Sora can do that too. The difference I found with Sora is he's much less likely to try anything he recognizes as having copyright or any kind of intellectual property. It's pretty demanding.
Actually, for now, he's not allowing you to use something like Coca-Cola, Nike, Mickey, anything like that. But I saw someone in the community who managed to get SpongeBob in there. And SpongeBob is famous, huh?
Cheats a lot of things. Anything with public figures or recognizable characters in general, or logos. That's true. He refuses to do it. She will also refuse if she thinks that anyone you send in the image is under 18. Makes sense. But I sent this image itself, but I sent this image in LAM information generated by the AI that Dolly made, and I asked her to make everyone singing and dancing. And I clicked generate, and she totally did that.
Again, it really helps that they're in a cartoon design style and not some scene. This turned out really cool. Now put here, let's put 6 people here and different people of different genders, different ages, with different clothes, with different body types. Then you'll see, then it gets complicated.
Totally. Thanks to AI, I also tried some other images from my gallery, and those things get weird. It just doesn't know the context of which. Look, he said he put something from his gallery, so maybe it's possible for you to upload an image and then set it for generation.
Yeah, that's a new thing for me. Of course. It just came out today, right guys? So forgive me. I'm still going to study a lot.
In any direction, the object was moving in the picture. Again, she doesn't understand physics, and things really just follow directly in the direction of any stepping. But yeah, it's impressive that it's a generated video. Look, he took a picture of it, so yes, it's possible. He set it up for the kangaroo to jump over the man. It said, we saw what she's good at, and we saw what she's not so good at. And you might be wondering, what this tool was for, actually. And I actually found some things that aren't so scary that are pretty good. So, those are the things I've found so far.
Look, that was a good question. He said, so what is this tool for? So, as I mentioned, I have 10 YouTube channels today. Out of those 10 channels, 8 are monetized, and 5 of them are international. This channel, for example, makes around $1,200 to $2,000. And what do we use? If you look here, I'm pointing the mouse arrow here. I use tools like Sora, which I haven't used yet because it just launched today. But check it out. These are animations, and now these animations will be possible with Sora. So it's one of the possibilities that Sora can be used for. You can be as descriptive as you want to see that for crazy things. It works really well.
Look how cool. Indeed, that's a channel intro. It looks really good.
How cool. It's a channel intro. It looks really good.
This, especially when you ask for one.
And another thing, it's really hard for an artificial intelligence, both in images and especially in videos, to get words and letters in there. And look, he managed to put in retrotech, which could be the name of a channel, right?
Specific text. So, sometimes there is confusing background text in these videos. That will continue to happen. But I found that if I asked for an individual title slide in a certain style, could actually give me the right text for that slide. That animation he gave me of sketching the Empire State Building would make an amazing title slide, or even an introduction for a documentary about, I don't know, the request, or Manhattan or something like that. I was really impressed. And then stop motion.
Very good. Indeed. Look at the animation. It looks like Ratatouille.
You know, cartoon-style characters. Again, as I said before, cartoons don't necessarily need to have realistic movements or physics. Oh, the mistakes in those things don't stand out as much.
So for animation, both 2D and 3D, for YouTube channels, for client videos, for short films, for storytelling, it's amazing. Now he's really criticizing the issue of realism, right?
And the characters still look, I dare say, art. You know, they are characters, especially in scenes like this one. The graffiti doesn't really need to say real words for it to normal. Like the bear doesn't need to have the right number of fingers. And since we're talking about that, here are some other random prompts that impressed me. I asked for Santa Claus fighting Frost, the snowman, in the style of Mortal Kombat, and he created a scoreboard eatable. I didn't ask for the scoreboard, but he created all of that. The names and everything, which is pretty crazy. Immediately, again, details are weird when you start looking, but this can be a good starting point and inspiring.
And another thing, it looks like that game Marvel versus Capcom, right? And that could be a move from the snowman, right?
And then I also asked for a video of a tech reviewer sitting at a table, and I didn't mention anything about this fake plant, but Sora went out of its way to add this exact fake plant here, which I didn't say anything about in my request. This is a convenient reminder of the other side of tools like this, the unknown behind many of these tools. I mean, clearly, we know that these are AI-generated videos that have to come from some source material. My videos are in that source material. This plant, Zata, is part of the source material. It's just a coincidence.
Is it really a coincidence? Because there's a database, right? And he went there and took something from the database. It could be his, or it could be from other YouTubers who have that little plant there, right?
No, OpenAI talked about the use of publicly available media and data, and always in a RPN. It seemed like a pretty questionable definition to me. We don't know if it's too late to exclude it. It seemed to me a somewhat dubious definition. We don't know if it's too late to exclude ourselves.
Look at that part. It opens up discussions about using Sora for work. As you generate many videos, are those videos yours or for training? If used for training, what if someone walks through my home video? Will it be excluded from training data? When he shows his video on YouTube, is it public? If family is in the video, used privately on Sora, will it be used for training? If I use Sora for personal home videos, will it be used for training? This alone raises stakes on when he lifts the plant and claims it's his YouTube video. Is that public material, whether his family appears or not? If it's for a private Sora account and not on YouTube, but from a client, will it be used for training? If I use Sora for personal home videos with my photos, will they be used for training? This alone can raise distrust if we want to opt out. I also don't know the energy usage. Another criticism is that these AIs consume a lot of energy, impacting the environment. Using Sora for personal videos, will they be used for training? This could lower trust if opting out. AI uses a lot of energy, impacting the environment. Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI have big servers using energy for AI. They claim to seek renewable energy. It would greatly increase the level of distrust among people if we wanted to exclude ourselves, and I also have no idea how much energy this uses. Another criticism he mentioned was that these artificial intelligences generate a lot of energy. And this has a huge environmental impact. Very large servers are being extensively built by Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI too, and they are using energy in various regions just for the purpose of artificial intelligence usage. Additionally, it is important to note that they claim to be actively seeking sustainable energy sources and all that. However, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Regarding the decision to avoid creating anything that is photorealistic and to refrain from utilizing images of actual individuals or engaging in any activities that are potentially dangerous or harmful.
And yes, he tags the videos generated with this animation here in the corner. But you can still crop because of the water. And it's still an extremely powerful tool that takes us straight into the...
Look how cool that is, like a traffic camera style. It could be a security camera. Really impressive, too.
You can't believe anything you see online. I mean...
And look, you can download it without the watermark, right? Anyway, right. Do you think they're going to put a watermark or not?
I took a look at the comments on my last video about AI generated videos, and there's a lot for humanity to manage now. These videos don't even have audio. They only last a few seconds. They're just 80p. Like, this is the new standard, and this is once again the worst they'll be as they keep improving in the future.
One question was also whether it generates audio along with the video. The main tools still don't generate that, so you have to use an AI like Suno or 11 Labs and add sound afterward. There's a lot to think about. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, what did you think? I thought he presented both the benefits and the downsides well, but from what I understood here, for animation, whether it's 2D or 3D, for social media, it's going to work really well. For scenery, drone view, for artistic things, it will work super well. Now, for realism, for now, it's not really respecting physics, right? I'm going to make a video now about my creations. Since this week, I'm going to do some tests and then I'll post it for you. So make sure to turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comment, because this video doesn't end now. It ends with us chatting in the comments. Okay, see you in the next video. See you later.